Hi guys, welcome back. Another project day on the 37 Packard 115C. As you can see, I've destroyed the front end. Well, I disassembled the front end with the help of one of my shop mates, Rob. So what we're doing today is we're doing the center bearing for the steering pole that sticks out. This is super common on these cars. They wear out years and years and years before people think about replacing them. If you don't replace them, you get steering that is like this just to go down the road. And it is hazard to like a scale of death. So let me show you guys what we had to disassemble. And thank you, Ken Packard. He told me how to sneak this out. So let's take a quick look at what you gotta do. If we look on this side, we have it completely assembled still. So in order to sneak out this center bracket that lives in here that holds the pole, you need to remove the lower bar. Once you get that done, pull it out of here. You need to remove the upper pin. That way your spindle comes free. Remove the two bolts here at the bottom. And then you can drop this down, take the coil spring out. Now be careful, because we all know coils will come out and they will get you, and there's been a lot of people who have had big serious injuries because of this. So once you get one side done, you can come back to the other side. What you do is you compress the suspension, put a block in here to take up that to where you relieve it. It doesn't sag all the way down. Take the two bolts out of this side, loosen the main nut off, and you can sneak the bracket out of one side. Make sure you clean everything. And let me show you guys the bracket. So here's the super fun part. Now, if you know it or not, I'm sure if you're a Packard enthusiast, you know it. Inside here is the spacer, and the top and the bottom are bearings that they use in there. Well, if that looks familiar, and you say, wow, is that a bicycle bearing? That is exactly what it is. So once you get the bracket and the arm loose, there is a centering pin that you just simply pound back out, pull the bracket out of the car, and then sneak the armature out of the car. And once you get done and everything clean, the update for this is you can go back to bicycle bearings, but why would you? Napa sells sealed bearings that actually fit. They are the right diameter. So if you put one in the bottom, the spacer in, and press the one in the top, you are the right thickness. You put your pin back through, everything goes back in. But so you guys know it and the information, that is the bearing number. You will need two of these bearings. And the reinstall should be easier than the taking apart, because the learning curve is huge on things you've never done before. And this car is everything I've never done before. So what I'm going to do is clean up some more parts and get it most of the way back together. I started the video halfway through because I didn't know how long or if we would have to do anything special to get it apart. But it was pretty straightforward. So if you're mechanically inclined, go slow. Take precautions when working around the springs. Like I said, they will jump out and kill you. So guys, we'll be back after I get it reassembled, and we will show you all the lubrication points, how the steering goes back together, all the little tips and tricks that you need. Okay guys, we're back together, and like I said, I want to show you some of the other little finer points in this. Lube points for the front end, always on the ball joints, up in the top of the kingpins, on the front of the kingpins. Now mind you, if your car's original, do not pump grease into it, because it's still oil at that point. So that gets oiled rather than greased. But the ball joints will get greased. This center steering joint in here has two grease fittings, one here, one back over here. When you guys go to do this job, the easiest way to separate this, matter of fact, the only way, is take out that Zerk fitting, there's a little piece of wire in there, shim it to one side, it pulls out, unscrew that, and take out the spring load that's in there, which will allow you just to pop this right off. Now this same design, you'll see it like the 59 Corvette that we just did, has the same steering design. We had to take the end cap off to get it loose. Now that we're all back in, we're all tight, we got everything tightened up, we got springs back in, no one died a spring death. When you put a car this big on the lift, make sure you add extra shoring to it because it does like to wobble around quite a bit. Once you get back together, make sure you just lube everything really good, because now that you've had all this apart, this is going to be your best turning piece, but all these pieces have probably been neglected and not lubed for 100 years. You can see how much grease we've scraped off just the fine things under this car. As always, my Project 37 Packard, I try to bring the stuff that needs to be done out to you guys on YouTube so you can watch it, see it. Like I said, there's nothing on this car I know how to do. Everything I've had to learn because these cars are unique unto themselves. So like it, leave comments below. When I get a chance, I'll check them out. You guys can hit me on social media over at Facebook at Carburetor Cowboy, Instagram at Carburetor Cowboy, whoever uses Instagram. All right, guys, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.